Happy Friday! This is Angela Divinely Connected, and I am here with your daily message for Friday, June 9th. All right, so we do have the ending card coming in. This is definitely heavy with grieving emotions to it. So you can expect departures, you can expect retirements, you can expect ending of seasons, wrapping up projects, legal proceedings wrapping up, schooling wrapping up, relationships, breakups, dissolving, that type of thing. So there is this sense of great sadness that will heal with time, letting go, and understanding that personal growth will come through this experience. Because I feel like it's very complex, it's very push and pull. So there's a lot of that bitter, sweet energy connected to it. We can feel both things at the same time. And I think that that is so important. And that the way that you feel through these experiences, it's not wrong. We're very critical of our emotions. And I think that just comes along with um, just not understanding our emotions, right? And understanding that they are meant to move through you, that they are not of you. They are not reflection of your character or your worth or your morale. There are feelings that are fleeting, that you feel them and that you release them. Many people get stuck with them. We attach ourselves to them. And that's when it really works against us because it is not for our highest good to hang on to these emotions. So anything, even if it once was good, if it's no longer for our highest good, it will then increasingly work against us. That's why it's important to release emotions, people, places, things, habits, mindsets that no longer serve you. They may have served you at once, but anything that is good and has an expiration date eventually is not good. Okay. And keep that in mind moving forward. I do see some chatter. I do see some planning. I do see some um, sense of preparation coming in as well. And as we're moving through that type of energy, it does open up more doors. It does bring in more solutions, more options, more opportunities. So it is something that you will be moving forward. This does bring up a lot of time for reflection. So use the weekend to reflect, to review, to plan, and just again, really feeling of cutting yourself some slack. This is not something that you are running through. This is not something that you are hustling forward with. There is taking this time to feel what you need to feel and then have a planning space where, okay, this is what we're going to do and this is how we're going to move forward and then get going. Okay. So take the time that you need, but don't take forever. That's the feeling, right? So this is going to be and when you take that time, and I know this week so many of the daily messages was let's ground, let's connect with ourselves, let's make our decisions for ourselves, let's figure out what is for our highest good, that type of thing. Use that through this time as well. Be gentle and compassionate with yourself. Allow yourself what it is that you need. If it is to sleep in, then sleep in by all means, um, and without judgment. Okay, without judgment is really important. This reviewing and this reflection is definitely going to bring in the solutions and the answers that you're looking for, but not wanting you to get stuck on the negative mindset. Or if you are in that negative mindset, hold yourself accountable. Feel what it is that you're feeling and then challenge it. Or ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Use the 5 why reflection tool, which is you can Google it. It is saying asking yourself a question and getting an answer, then asking that answer why, and then get an answer, and then ask that answer why. And you do it for a minimum of 5 times. You can do it for 15 if you need to. And what that will do is get you to the core of really what's going on, right? So oftentimes our emotions can be very heightened and triggered, and the core cause of that we don't even recognize because it's so ingrained within us. So this reflection tool allows you to get into that deeper level so that you can heal that. right? If we just keep it surface, then we're just going to continue to repeat this cycle and repeat this lesson. This will help you get to that core cause or that core hurt or that core misunderstanding and be able to bring in harmony to that. And that will release that experience and release that emotion for you. It is such a pivotal reflection tool that I highly recommend. I've been using it for years and I highly recommend that you put it in your little spiritual back pocket, your little self-development back pocket because it's going to help you. If you're afraid of making a change, well why? Right? If you're staying in this abusive relationship, well why? And then get down to and what will happen is that a lot of these core beliefs they're so not what we believe, or when we shine a light on it and we say it out loud, we realize how ridiculous it is. And it almost immediately releases it, right? Recognizing it is 90% of the battle, right? So don't get overwhelmed being like, well, this isn't going to work for me, right? By bringing your awareness to it is like 90% of the work. Okay. And a lot of the times these limiting beliefs or these beliefs that are in our core, they're either outdated or we just blatantly don't agree with it. Right. But because they're in us and we are in like it's an autopilot, we don't even realize like that's what's fueling this belief or fueling this behavior, fueling this emotion, then we don't recognize like it controls us, how we feel about ourselves, the decisions that we make, how we spend our time and our energy, etc. So by bringing your awareness to it will really shine the light on it and allow you to go, oh well no, that's not right. And I love this tool that I've picked up um, in therapy years ago, and it said feel what you're feeling and then challenge it. Is that really true? Is that really what's happening right now? Right? Because 9 out of 10 times it's not. And we cause all this havoc within ourselves and with our mental brain going, oh, and then this and then that and then that. Right. And we can just go down that rabbit hole and for so long and so deep. So this is definitely something that is going to enhance more peaceful time for you. And also, this awareness is going to help you move forward through these difficult seasons. And even if this ending is something that you chose and it is something that is for your highest good, it can still be hard. It can still have grieving emotions connected to it. And that is okay. It doesn't mean you're making a mistake. It doesn't mean that you are wrong. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It means that you're letting go energy and you're feeling it. Of course, there is letting go emotions, which is grief. Of course there is. That only makes sense. So stop being so freaking hard on yourself and take some time for joy this weekend. I know that all of this is like you say it's not it's emotional, but like I feel like I'm mentally exhausted. I almost feel like tapped out, a little bit burnt out. So focus on a little bit of joy. Give yourself a little scoop of joy every day this weekend, right? Do your reflection and do what you need to do and have your planning, but go, you know what, for the next 30 minutes, like I'm having an ice cream on the back step, or I'm having a bubble bath, or I'm going to have a dance party in the kitchen, or I'm going to have a nap. Whatever brings you joy, just make sure that you sprinkle some joy in this weekend as well. All right. Have a wonderful weekend. Come back next week for your daily messages.